Don't know which Garmin is right for you? In this video, we've put together 5 of the best and most popular Garmin watches on the market right now. So whether it's price, durability, interface, or functions, we've got you covered. For more information and updated prices, check the links in the description box below. Without further ado, let's get started. Number 5. Venue 2 Plus. This is a stylish smartwatch on par with the Apple Watch and Fitbit Versa 3, and it's rugged enough for bike rides, strength workouts, and playtime with the kids. It's also a step up from the Garmin Vivo Active 4 with an Amoled display and stainless steel bezel. The Garmin Venue Plus 2 blends the fitness and health tracking features you'd expect from a Garmin device with smartwatch features such as mobile payments, notifications, a touchscreen, and storage for up to 650 songs. The watch also boasts a much better battery life than most smartwatches, even with its AMOLED display. What's more, it supports daily step counts, move goals, and stairs climbing like all the best fitness trackers. It similarly gets more than 25 built-in workout types and a collection of more than 1,400 additional presets available for download. For over 75 total workout types, the watch will show proper form through helpful animations. A few of the best Fitbit watches offer a version of this feature, so visual guidance is not a Garmin exclusive, but it remains a well-executed feature nonetheless. All in all, Garmin is known by many as one of the best running watches, and while the Venue 2 Plus might not be the most rugged, it's suited for most training regimens with pace and routing features. So whether you're looking into how to run a 5K or how to train for a marathon, you can maximize the Garmin Coach's free adaptive training plans. And like the Venue 2, the Venue 2 Plus has as accurate a GPS as it gets, loading up in seconds. You'll probably find it hard to get lost. Next up is the Garmin Forerunner 955. This is the upgraded version of the Forerunner 945. It's a top-tier running watch and possibly the best Forerunner I've ever seen. It comes in 2 different versions, solar and non-solar. As the name suggests, the solar version of the watch has a power glass screen which harnesses the power of the sun to increase the watch's battery life. Talking about battery life, the solar version of the Forerunner 955 has a top battery life of around 20 hours in smartwatch mode, 49 in GPS mode without music, and 110 hours in ultra-track mode. The watch is legible and easy to navigate while on the run. Off the run, however, Garmin has added a touchscreen to make the watch feel more like a smartwatch than an expensive wristband. There's also a bunch of impressive training metrics, including Garmin's new training readiness metric, which shows you at a glance how ready you are for a difficult day of training based on sleep, recovery time, HRV status, acute load, and stress. This is a fantastic running watch, with all of the features of the Fenix 7 in a much cheaper package. So unless you're planning on rock climbing or doing really extreme sports, I'm not sure why you'd opt for anything else on your wrist. However, it's worth noting that the Forerunner 955 has now been replaced with the Garmin Forerunner 965, which is due to be released at the end of March 2023. Number 3. Garmin Forerunner 55. If you're starting to get into running, chances are you want a device that's a step up from a basic fitness tracker, but also won't overwhelm you with too many features. Among Garmin watches, the Forerunner 55 is a clear choice. At its core, the Garmin Forerunner 55 is an entry-level fitness watch, replacing the popular Forerunner 45. And while it looks very similar to its predecessor, Garmin made some important changes, adding some of the more advanced training tools usually reserved for their more expensive watches. The Forerunner 55 has Garmin's new Pace Pro technology, which gives you gentle speed and cadence alerts on the run. There are also suggested recovery times and workouts based on your training history, fitness levels, and recovery. This separates it from similarly priced watches such as the Samsung Galaxy Watch Active or the Fitbit Charge 5, which track workouts but don't offer custom coaching plans. However, it's worth noting that the Garmin Forerunner 55 doesn't support music storage, mobile payments, or third-party apps. It also has a relatively small display at just over an inch. If these are must-have features for your Garmin watch, you may want to consider a higher-end device. Nevertheless, if you're looking for a cheaper watch, the Forerunner 45 is frequently put on sale following the release of the Forerunner 55, so now's a good time to buy. Next up, we present to you the Forerunner 255. Interestingly, this watch used to be Garmin's best all-around watch until it was recently outpaced by our top pick. Along with an accurate GPS, a long-lasting battery, and the ability to track many types of workouts, the watch features the same fitness metrics as Garmin's latest higher-end GPS watches. Training status to track progress, training load to see workouts over a 7-day period, and training effect to measure anaerobic and aerobic. It also supports sleep, stress, blood oxygen saturation, and menstrual cycle tracking. The newly updated Forerunner 255 also has the ability to track triathlon and multi-sport activities. Pretty cool, right? But that's not all. Here's where it gets interesting. The Forerunner 255 has inherited some of the more advanced health features usually reserved for Garmin's more expensive running watches. The watch has Garmin's latest Elevate V4 sensor. The green light records heart rate and the red light records blood oxygen levels, referred to as pulse ox on the watch. This sensor is used to calculate breathing rate, HRV, and stress. What's more, like the previous Forerunner 245, the Forerunner 255 automatically tracks in-depth sleep data, but new to the watch is the morning report feature, which gives you a snapshot into how well you slept, how hard you've been training, and a look at the weather for the day ahead. The morning report stays on the screen until you dismiss it, which I appreciate. All in all, this is a fantastic running watch that's a great buy for all levels of runner. At $349, the Forerunner 255 is around the same price point as the Apple Watch Series 7. But if you're looking for a watch to do some proper training with, no watch will satisfy like the Forerunner 255. It is superior from a fitness tracking standpoint and has a far better battery life than the Apple Watch. The Forerunner 255 definitely trumps as a fantastic ergonomic running watch. One to add to your cart if you're flying economy. Finally, we present to you the Garmin Forerunner 265. This is Garmin's latest mid-level running watch, replacing the Forerunner 255. The main update is the screen, which is now a wonderfully bright Amoled touchscreen. The display has a resolution of 416 by 416 pixels and 360 by 360 on the 265S. When comparing this to the Forerunner 255, the difference is huge. The 255 has a resolution of 260 by 260, and the 255S has a resolution of 218 by 218. Feature-wise, the Forerunner 265 has all the same health features of the 255, which received a huge upgrade, and inherited a lot of the features usually reserved for Garmin's more expensive watches. It's a fantastic training tool, and like most of the best fitness trackers on the market, it helps you gain a deeper understanding of your overall health as well as your training load. What's more, Garmin has also added the Training Readiness Score, which is a huge improvement. The score shows you at a glance how ready you are for a difficult day of training based on sleep, recovery time, HRV status, acute load, and stress. The Forerunner 265 also allows you to look at metrics like cadence, stride length, and ground contact time from your wrist without the need to download apps or use other equipment. You can also download a Garmin Coach plan to your wrist or receive daily suggested workouts. Furthermore, I also appreciate safety features like incident detection, assistance, and live track. All in all, the Forerunner 265 looks like a more premium running watch, and it's all thanks to its beautiful screen. I love how it looks. It's slim, lightweight, and when put next to the Garmin Fenix 7, it looks so much brighter. I'd never normally recommend upgrading if you already have the previous iteration of the watch, but the screen alone makes this look like a huge improvement on the 255. But, of course, the one downside is the price. At a time when everything's getting more expensive, $449 feels like a lot. I'd still argue that this no longer feels like a mid-level watch. It has pretty much all the features of the more expensive running watches, and unless you're desperate for mapping capabilities, it's the Garmin I'd recommend to most runners. That said, if you're looking for a cheaper option and you're not bothered about a touchscreen, now's a good time to check out the Garmin Forerunner 255 or Garmin Forerunner 55. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you watch our previous video comparison between the Apple Watch Ultra and the Garmin Fenix 7X. For more information and updated prices, check the links in the description box below.